Hey everyone, it's Stefano from 10 Bagger Stocks back with another analysis. Going to take a look at the top trending stocks today. I was talking about AMC in the other video, and I said if we gapped up, we would likely sell off, drop to around the red line, the 4-day moving average. And that's exactly what happened. But the bulls came and they bought the dip, and that was something that I wasn't anticipating. So the bulls came, they bought the dip. It traded within a tight range most of the day, up and down between 30, 32 or so. And once it broke that range, it was just explosive after hours. It hit a high of $39.41. So now that $39.41 is going to be a resistance area that we're looking at tomorrow, potential resistance area, as well as all the round numbers, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. Round numbers are always potential resistance areas. And if we take a look back to January, the January high was $20.36. So a double of that would be about $40.60. Typically on a breakout of this magnitude, you would look for something around a double from the breakout point, which was just above that $20. So a lot of traders are going to be looking at that $40 level or so as a double to cash out. Now, a lot of people are saying this is going to 50, 100, 1,000. Anything is possible. Look, I haven't seen any of this type of action before in my years of experience in the market. Nothing this crazy where this amount of money is flowing into literally what is pretty much a bankrupt company. They're not bankrupt. They raised money today, but doing dilution isn't good for the company's stock. It's good to keep the company afloat longer, but let's remember, these guys got, I think, billions of dollars in debt to my knowledge, and they only got around $1 billion in cash. So either way, their financials are still kind of shaky. So they've improved their financial position. They're going to be able to water this out longer for sure. So they're not going bankrupt anytime soon, but definitely their financials are shaky and the stock shouldn't be worth this much. But that doesn't seem to matter to people. Everybody's going crazy right now. Everybody wants AMC stock. Look at the volume. Where is all this money coming from? Well, I think a lot of mom, pops, kids, everybody's just funneling their money into AMC right now. Perhaps they're selling other stocks to go into AMC because the rest of the market's not doing too well, other than AMC and BlackBerry and GME. GME had a push today. I thought it might drop to the green line, but it didn't. It held the low of Friday, and then it made a nice move from there. And take note that it didn't fill this gap. And when stocks don't fill a gap, that tends to suggest strength. So it didn't fill this gap. It's showing some strength. We'll see how it goes tomorrow. I haven't seen this kind of action before. So what do I think is going to happen? I really have no idea at this point. I don't know. Obviously, I think for GME, we're looking at this range of Friday's candle. So is it going to break out of that range? The high was $268. That's obviously going to be a clear resistance area that we're looking at. If we do break that, then we're looking upwards of 283, then upwards of 348. We're looking at this upper Bollinger Band on the weekly, 303. Those are some potential resistance areas. And obviously, up at the all-time high, $483. If it does manage to get that crazy again, I mean, anything's possible. It does appear to look somewhat like a bull flag on the monthly. Anything is possible. I really don't want to make any recommendations here. Anybody, do your own due diligence. Do whatever you feel. I really don't know over here. I mean, it doesn't look bad. It looks like a little bit like a bull flag now on GME, holding that gap. I could see it going higher unless some craziness happens. Who knows what's going to happen? These stocks are kind of scary, what's going on to play these stocks because the volatility is so high. So I really don't know, but that's what I'm looking at over here. AMC, potential resistance around that $40 area should be a critical resistance area. If it's able to start passing 40, 41, 42, 43, at that point, I won't even know what to say. I'm going to be mind blown and shocked. But those would be the next resistance areas that I'm looking at on AMC. Now, BlackBerry looks like it's gaining some steam. Now, we look on the Canadian side. And the Canadian side, it didn't do much yesterday. You know, when the U.S. markets were closed, it was an inside bar. And it was a really tight range. There was low volume. So it looks like a lot of the volume is coming in from the U.S. side. And so yesterday didn't do much. Today gapped up, dropped down to the 4-day moving average. I mean, this red line is just so critical. Tapped right off of that. It was a buying area. Bulls bought that dip. It ended strong. And after hours, it pushed as well, just like AMC. And with that in mind, it even passed this resistance area after hours. Did it? Oh, this is on the Canadian side. Sorry. Let's look on the US side. It passed this resistance area, 1252. It hit as high as like 1320 or something after hours on the US side. 1330 was a high. So it exploded after hours, has a little bit of a bull flag here. BlackBerry's looking like the next real strong one, but I would exercise caution with any of these stocks. But the volume's really picking up on BlackBerry. It's breaking a lot of critical resistance areas. Those next resistance areas on the US side, this weekly upper Bollinger Band around $14.20. And these other monthly highs, we broke 1252, then we're looking at 1554, and then the high of January. Very high. And I'm looking at the US ticker right now. So these are the US numbers that I'm pulling up. Now, AMC passed the high of January. Is it possible BlackBerry passed that high of January? Anything is possible. I would be mind boggled and blown if that does happen. It can definitely happen, but look how much volume is up there. So can the volume pick up that much again? Absolutely. From what we've seen by AMC, anything is possible. So we shall see how that goes on BlackBerry over there. So those are the top trending stocks for today, the meme stocks. That's what everybody's watching. And other stocks I was looking at, just to throw this in here, Tkat, my friend pointed this out. It has a bit of a bullish pennant. I don't know how my friend drew it, but something along these lines. That's what my friend was looking at. Looks like it's breaking out of the pennant over here. Tkat also had a double bottom. Had this double bottom over here on the daily, which it hasn't had before for quite some time. So double bottom on the daily, bounced off of the 100-day moving average. Clearly, it was kind of oversold as well. We're starting to get a convergence on the daily MACD. So it is showing some strength. Tkat might have some more juice in the tank. The volume is still low, hasn't picked up that much. So this could start gaining some steam. Keep an eye on Tkat. It doesn't take that much money to move this stock. Low volume seems to move this stock a good amount. Only 2 million shares move this stock today, 24%. That's quite big. Another one I was looking at, Coin. I'm not really bullish on crypto at the moment, but Coin itself seems to be making a bit of a bull flag. It had that high volume spike at the low. It's got a low, high, higher, low, higher, high, maybe another higher low. Looks a bit like a bull flag. Coin itself looks like it's been making some progress on the chart. They're listing Dogecoin soon, so maybe they can get a little bit more hype there because of that. Space pulled back today, and I'm not sure if it's going to pull back more or not, but if this stock does continue to pull back, either way, I would be keeping an eye on this because a lot of shorts got squeezed on this. So any more that it pulls back, people are going to be looking to buy the dip. Shorts are going to be looking to cut their losses or to take profits on what they short up here. And this is also a very heavily shorted stock as well, Space. So keep an eye on that as well. So those are the stocks that I'm going to mention for today. Keep an eye on those stocks. Quite a few things to look at. And I don't have time to go through every detail, but when I do look at charts, I tend to look at multiple time frames, such as the 4-hour, the hour, the 5-minute, daily, weekly, monthly. I'm looking at all these time frames, which I haven't been breaking down for you in these videos, because then these videos would be forever long. But take a look at those yourself when trading, just to get an eye on where the weekly, monthly, daily supports are and whatnot, hourly, and you could trade from there. Hope you guys all have a great trading day tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. And if you want to learn more about how I trade and about reading charts and so much more, check out my course, 10baggerstocks.com. It's on sale now. Have a nice day, guys.